Kid, shut up.
I ain't cool on that printer, but take the quarters. Electro fan. Fan sounds and white noises. That's a pretty good idea. Wow, they left some lights. Press again. We'll back up on it. Hey, get them again. What is this? Oh, it must be some printing company or something. And then some hydraulic fluid, I think.
Chris, go turn off your brother's DMTV.
Fine, but enough. We got room still. Cherry on top.
With just the right balance of gas and electric, you now have the confidence to go farther than you ever thought.
This car is initially bright lights.
The first ever Mazda CX-90 plug-in hybrid.
The factories and the shops, the hospitals and the labs.
He don't need you joining in. You all trying to make me go to bed, ain't you?
It's quiet down there. Looks like some nuts. Gotta get in for that nut.
It's annoying enough with him doing it. I don't need everyone else in the house doing it.
A nut.
Oh.
Well, okay, nut. Okay, water there. Yeah, a little bit of water there, bro. We got into this right here. Mucha wire.
Kid, you just stop it. You don't know how hard this resist the urge just to duct tape your mouth shut. Just so I don't hear that sound.
What you gonna do?
I said he don't realize how hard it is to resist the urge to duct tape his mouth shut. Just so I don't have to hear that sound.
Oh, sorry.
How the fuck you watch it?
Watching you is right.
The 5 minutes inside, I'm watching the night.
You don't like your mic to scrapper tonight.
No, it don't. I'm about to change it.
$2,000.
Well, what is up? Good morning, you guys, and welcome back to our channel. Alex and I are out here dumpster diving at some apartments today. It is about 6:30 in the morning, so we're out bright and early, and we just got...
Old little tin. Ooh, yes.
We're making out like bandits.
Christmas bag.
Well, Granny would be saying that we should not be allowing Henry to watch that one, that one common black dude and the white dude on the
nice hot day out here. Today we're gonna be
black
doing
people and
a
shit.
rack build for the FB.
No, we should not allow Henry to watch those inappropriate like comedy sketches on channel 20-3.
So stay tuned.
Even though that maybe that was him, and it's funny. I kind of said back to it at all. I would watch that too.
Okay, go in there one night, you guys ain't got school or something, and watch it.
You remember watching this?
No. We probably did it years ago. It's Quiet Kaluba, so that was probably a couple years ago.
Get ready.
It probably wasn't recently.
Benefits, education, and freedom.
Oh yeah, you gotta make a new copy of that.
Afternoon, evening.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he drinks, basically. Is coffee or tea.
I specialize in all kinds of colubrids. You can check out all my videos. I have other videos of previous.
Why do you always have to be by me? Lay down, fat ass.
I need something to motivate me. For me, just a good cup of coffee, that's what gets me going. So I'm gonna drink a little bit and we're gonna start this rack. Oh man, I was setting up my light fixture and the light fell on me right here, the fixture. Drew a little bit of blood, but it's not too bad. Alright guys, so this is going to be the bin we're using today. This is the FB28 from Freedom Breeder. It's good for small to medium sized adult colubrids like king snakes and corn snakes. It's got a lot of space. It's got your built-in waterfall and pre-drilled holes.
It's probably about ready to kick our TV off.
And you can even use this for a juvenile ball python. It's a nice size bin, and we're going to be using this one today. It's one of my favorite bins. So first off, you need PVC. I got my PVC behind me. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm using. I ordered it from a company called Piedmont Plastics. You can go online, look them up, Piedmont Plastics. Just tell them the exact specs you need, what cuts you need, how many you need. They'll cut it for you, and you just go pick it up at the warehouse. They have them all over the country. If not Piedmont Plastics, just look up Google, anything that cuts PVC. I don't have the equipment to cut it myself, so that was just convenient for me. Then secondly, you need the bins. Usually you're going to have the bins before you even order the PVC. You take the bins, you measure them, and then you'll know exactly how many levels you're going, how many bins per.
Yeah, it was a build your own. That's why I knew it was probably something I watched years and years fucking.
So you got your bins, you got your PVC already cut. Now all you need is a hand drill and screws. I'm using.
That's why I figured this is one I probably watched years and years ago.
And they're 1 1/4 inches long. If they're too long, they'll go through the PVC and sometimes they'll come up the other side. So about 1 1/4 is perfect. Alright, so we got our PVC right here. The reason why we use PVC is because it's lightweight and it's super easy to clean. This is some chlorhexidine solution. It's antibacterial. And whenever you're cleaning your bins, your rack, you just wipe it down, spray it, that's it, and you're done. So right now I'm just building the base. I'm by myself, nobody helping me. I don't have any fancy clamps. So I'm just taking the long side panel, laying it on the floor, and then putting the base down on the floor, connecting it together, and screw it right in. We're going to give 3 screws, one on the top, one in the middle, one on the bottom. Then we're going to go on the other side, grab the next side panel, and just do the same thing. Screw it on the top, the middle, and then we're going to screw the bottom in, and that's going to set the foundation. And now we're just going to take it after we do that and flip it upright so we could start actually building the rack. So the hardest part of building this rack is doing that what I just showed you, the base. Now that it's connected, it'll go right up real quick. So this is the first level, and we're going to use this piece of cardboard as a spacer gap. This is going to be the thickness of the gap between the bin and the actual PVC shell. If you don't put this, the bin will get stuck when you try and pull it out. It'll be too tight. So this is about a fourth of an inch, or not even that. And for actual hatchling rack, I go thinner than that. You can check out one of my videos where I did for a hatchling rack, and you'll see I use a real plastic liner. So I just put that down there. That's where the first one will be. And now, all we do, that's the first level right there. You just throw the PVC right on top of the bin. And there's this liner that comes with PVC. It comes right off. That just keeps it nice and clean. So now that the base foundation is made, everything is just a repetitive process. First you put the spacer gap down, then you put the bin down, then you put the PVC. You screw the four sides, and you just pull everything out, and you start again on the next shelf, the next level. You do everything repetitive, it goes up really quick. So enjoy. So now we're going to take the bin out, and the spacer gap is going to come out with it. It's a tight squeeze with the spacer gap. And now how we test it, we take the spacer gap out, and we put the bin back in. And you see it slides in nice and smooth. Now this is what created that gap right here. Give you guys a better look. So the gap is very thin, goes in nice and smooth. That's what you want. You don't want it to be too snug that you can't open the bin. Now just a quick rule of thumb. This bin is 16 inches wide. You want to make your shell 16 and a half inches wide. So just a half inch wider than this. If it was the exact size of the bin, it'll barely come out. There'll be no play. You want to give it a little play. So it's about a quarter of an inch on each side. Now, if we went an inch or 2 inches longer than this,
Oh, she is out. That's who you're looking at.
It would move around too much. You just want about a half
Margarina.
wider than the actual bin size, just to give it enough play to come in and out. Beautiful. So this is what it looks like from afar. We got our first level built, and it's basically holding itself up. Once you get that first shelf put in, it holds everything in place. If you have someone to help you, they can hold it for you, but that's pretty much it. So now we're just going to build it up and continue. Now the key is when you're drilling the screws into these levels. Before you screw them in, make sure they're flush. See how everything's flush? And everything is perfectly lined up. Just make sure everything's lined up. And then you keep screwing. And that's it. Because once you start screwing it in and it's not there, it's going to be hard to fix it once everything's built. So just make sure everything's nice and level.
Yeah, that's why she's going over there.
Woolite helps Molly feel great in her go-to leggings. She was even inspired to train for a marathon. That lasted a day, but she was inspired. Woolite protects your favorites from fading, pilling, and stretching, so you can wear them as long as you love them. No matter how hard I try, I can't remember Dad's face.
Immerse yourself in a beautiful mystery that begins.
So now I'm laying the rack on its face. I'm going to apply the heat to the back of the rack. I'm not doing belly heat because I live in South Florida and my house is around 78 degrees on average. And I'm just going to put it from the bottom to the midway point and cover it with this PVC to allow ventilation. If you live in a cold climate, I would cover the whole back. But because of the humidity out here, I want to increase ventilation, so I put a thin piece of PVC just to cover it so the bench won't slide out. And the top 3 levels will maintain a nice temperature because the heat rises. So now all I'm doing is screwing the back panel into the actual rack, and that'll also help hold the whole rack together. So I got my heat tape from Reptile Basics. And if you wanted to do belly heat, you just get one long roll and you got to run it through the shells. Run it in and out. It's a lot more work. But if you live in a cold environment, that's what you need to do. Luckily for me, I don't need to do that. So now we're going to stand the rack back up and just check out how it looks. You got your heat tape along the back. Just beautiful. It came out really nice. So now it's time to put those beautiful FB28 vents in the rack. Make sure everything is perfect before we introduce any snakes. Alright guys, so the rack's built. We put it up in about a half hour, and the top bit is a little bit snug, but it goes in and out, and the rest, they're perfect. Now, this was my original spacer gap, which is a little bit thinner than the cardboard I used, but I couldn't use this because it was too long, it wouldn't fit, so that's why I had to use the cardboard, and because it was a little thicker, it threw my measurements off by a little bit, so the top was just a little bit snug, but other than that, it came out perfect. So after this, I'm going to get some coffee. This rack is done, it's perfect. I just got to roll it out into the room. Now this rack is a little bit over 70 inches tall. The bins came out perfectly. Look how nice and smooth it is, perfect. And this is great for adult colubrids that are small to medium. Small to medium-sized adult colubrids, juvenile ball pythons, it's perfect. Now the beauty about making these yourself, you can customize it however you want. Usually you get 10 levels high, I made it 11 levels high, just to make it custom made.